So, there was some comments and a video that Southern Paladin had made. It was a good video. I like how Southern Paladin, how you compared me to a gangster. Uh, I probably would do a little bit better if I was a little bit gangster. Like I think of like that character you're painting with the with 22 and a sock and the gin and juice and all that, and I think of that. I think of that character, a Mel Gibson movie, Payback. But a guy I knew, I used to know this guy who did leather work, and so I got some work done by him, and he asked another guy who I knew as well, like kind of what's his style kind of thing, and the other guy described me as 1970s cowboy trucker dirtbag. But uh, yeah, but the I guess I kind of got really big into 22 myself personally. I don't know. I guess it was just like the first thing that kind of started me, and it continued. I like other things, but when I want to say, I was probably like 12 years old when the old man had bought me. Winchester used to make. They were like a tube-fed bolt action repeater. He bought me one of those, and I remember he bought it from his friend for like $25, and that was it was a good thing. And the crazy part is that, like, I guess because we weren't really, we were by no means affluent. My parents didn't really seem to give a shit about the illegal stuff I used to do. you know, I like I was actually I was talking to a coworker on this today. Um, you know, I took quite a few deer with that high neck shot with a 22. Distances under 40 yards kind of thing. Um, and I couldn't tell you. You know, there's not too many things that I haven't taken with a 22. We'll just put it that way. Um, and like I said, I mean, it's effective. I'm familiar with it. I've shot it for a long time. I and those sniper subsonics that you're speaking on. I know what they are. I've just never shot one, never handled them. That whole idea of a 60 grain 22 shell does interest me. But yeah, I just never got into it. Never had the opportunity to. The With that little Ruger pistol, I find that I was having trouble like the second last round with the only two things I've shot out of it so far is CCI clean bore, and Federal makes a 45 grain 22 shell that's like meant for suppressors. The And those CCI clean bore, they used to hang up like the second last round, and now I'm having more trouble with them. I don't know. I've cleaned everything and oiled it up, and it doesn't seem to make a difference. So I don't know what the problem is there. Um, the But those 45 grain rounds running that thing like a sewing machine. So I don't have a center fire handgun right now, so You can guess what that's loaded with when it's sitting on the bed on the nightstand, you know. But I also too, like Reward Audacity. He was talking, made some comments on that video with like lever actions and stuff like that, and those. I gotta say, I like lever actions. I've kind of veered away from them because of practicality reasons. Even though like you do feel like John Wayne when you shoot one. Don't get me wrong, but I think a large part of the problem is that they reach their pinnacle and their pinnacle is too expensive to produce. Like for instance, like the Savage 99, I consider to be one of the the pinnacle of what a lever action rifle can be. I put a Savage 99 pretty high on that list, if not at the top. But it's pretty high if it's not at the top. Like maybe in the top three or something, you know. But Savage was ahead in the sense that they they made such a good lever action rifle, and it costed so much that they were losing money on it. And I've heard stories that that was actually what put Savage under was the 99. I don't know. I say I like them. I think we're gonna see a hard time for them to come back. I know Reward Audacity was saying that Chiappa makes a clone of a 39A. Maybe it's good. I don't know. I have no experience with Chiappa. Even Ruger made that one that was like kind of like a 1022, but it was lever action. I don't know. I would think that would have sold well, but you don't see it anymore. So I don't know what the problem is there. You know, so I don't know. And also on another note, Southern Paladin, I I'm not super tech savvy, but if there was a way to put that image you had texted me on the on my channel, I would. I like that. But yeah, everyone take care.